right, MP? To be the best, you got to beat the best. Tonight, you got a chance to do just that.
Yes, Xander, yes. Tonight's the first game in our All-Star series, and we're going to see how I stack up against someone who wants to take my position on the All-Star team.
Why is a game like this more important than any other game? You know, as far as proving you're an All-Star.
Because it's a marquee matchup. Two top guns going at it. A lot of people decide their votes off of a game like this.
Against eyeballs.
Easily.
All right, so, you feeling any pressure, or...?
Look, brother. Pressure ain't on me. It's on whoever's guarding me. So, this is what you put in all that work for. Games like this. MP, out.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Warriors. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they've simply been on fire lately, ripping off 5 straight wins to help maintain that #1 spot. And with each additional victory, they're becoming more and more confident.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. You've got Thompson, Austin Reeves out there with Cunningham. Then it's Mitchell Robinson, and it's Wolf in at the 4 slot. And for Milwaukee, Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Then there's Oubre. Then it's MP. And it's Strother in at the shooting guard position. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this grade, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. 2 of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Well, MP has made it a point to become the best player in his conference. And he's let everyone know about it, too. He wants in that game badly. Whoa! How about that slam?
Somebody got their feelings hurt on that one.
Incredible!
You might get in trouble if you blow that. He nailed it.
He did, didn't he? It's worth the risk when the payoff is so good.
Well, from a coaching standpoint, I'm obligated to say, what's wrong with just a simple layup? But that was nice.
Antetokounmpo.
You could see that coming. Giannis not to be denied, especially at the rim.
MP against Cunningham. Pass to Robinson. Now Reeves. Wolf passes to Thompson. Clock at 4. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation. The Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Giannis, a screen on Cunningham. Justice the pass to Giannis. And they pick up 2. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Thompson surveying the floor. Robinson up top. Pass to Wolf. Reeves left side. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Kicks it out to MP. Giannis sets a screen for MP. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. In the third spot, the Bucks.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Thompson against Oubre. Three-pointer. Cunningham's shot is off.
And even without that three-ball drop before, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Thompson outside. Off target from three-point range. Here's Milwaukee now. A 12-0 run right now and counting. You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Reeves. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
Now we can take a look at MP. Great showing for him last season. Tops in scoring. And we can't forget the league leader last season in steals per game, making a huge impact defensively.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him. And you can't even really contain him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And for a report on MP, let's send it over to Allen.
Thanks, guys. You know MP and this team are coming off back-to-back championships, and now they're hoping to three-peat, something that's only been accomplished a handful of times since 1966. When I asked MP about it, he told me we want to be mentioned among the all-time great teams. We think we're up there with MJ's Bulls and the Kobe Shaq Lakers, but we need to win again this year to get that validation.
They are chasing history. Thanks for that story. Cunningham up top, covered by MP. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot.
Oh,
That's just unfair.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
and there's the try, and MP throws it down.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Reeves outside. Detroit, no good that time either. And so, MP will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Well, I think they found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Nice job getting inside and executing. I like seeing Cunningham be aggressive around the basket.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Bucks.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Wow, with all the player movement this offseason, Coach, some teams are clearly still trying to build their chemistry.
Yeah, Kevin, but what's tough is you've still got to try to win games while you're building that chemistry, and that can be a tough balance. It takes time, which is why some organizations prioritize continuity.
MP outside. Over in the corner, Turner. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 6 assists now in the game. Cunningham against MP. Cunningham passes to Wolf. The 19-foot shot, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Yeah, a shooter like Cunningham has no reason to hesitate. He can just take the shot.
And here's MP for 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. And I'm sure last season is still fresh in MP's mind, Greg. He accomplished what very few players before him have done. Winning the MVP in the finals for a second time.
And there's something about the biggest stage in the sport that brings out the best in him. It says something about his mental toughness as well. Not everybody thrives under pressure like he does.
Launches it. Wolf, no good. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Cunningham outside. To the middle. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
That's an aggressive play and a chance for Cunningham to get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
And he's just had 1 attempt at the line earlier.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Antetokounmpo finds MP. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Cunningham. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
This is why this team loves involving Antetokounmpo in pick and rolls, because the D has no answers for him.
Cunningham dishes it to Robinson. Cunningham looking it over. It's rebounded by Portis. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Justice the pass to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
He's a true scoring machine. Antetokounmpo never stops attacking. He is just relentless.
Bounce pass from Reeves. There's the pick. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Portis.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Reeves against it.
Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
Well, last year, Greg, MP continuing to cement himself as an elite player in this NBA.
The first team All-NBA for a second time. And MP has become a franchise player, someone you build your team around.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Kevin, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. And when you look at Jordan Poole's game, GA, what makes him special?
I think it's his creativity and elusiveness. Able to get in his bag, if you will, and play with it and create his shot more or less at will.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Smith checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Rollins subbed in for Chris Middleton. Holland, he's checked in for Detroit. Okoro comes in for Asar Thompson. The 3 from MP. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
And stolen by MP. Here's Smith. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Cunningham inside, covered by MP. And he gets it to go.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
And a wide open look for MP. And another three for Milwaukee.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Pass to Holland. Cunningham kicks to Okoro. Here's Holland. Robinson on the wing. Pistons passing it around. Rebound, Milwaukee. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
Here's Okoro. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, Cunningham has such a great feel for the game. Reads his teammates' movements really well.
Portis sets the pick for MP. Here he goes. And the dunk by MP.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Well, their defense was incredible. Wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
On the floor for Detroit, Marcus Sasser is out there with Isaac Okoro. Then there's Holland. And it's Westbrook in at the power forward position. Poole outside. There's Portis, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Portis has got his first basket.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Back to Sasser. No good on the triple. Milwaukee's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time, the guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Pass to Poole. Beyond the arc. And again, the Bucks miss. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. They set the pick. Three-pointer. Hands it from downtown.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
MP outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. MP's got 4 this quarter. Now for the second time in his career, Greg, MP was first-team all-defense last year.
And MP told us tonight it is a new season, but he wants to build on last year's selection and do it again.
And Thompson throws it down.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim?
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Yeah, look, never tempt the guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Here's Justin.
Look out! Goodness, that is an outstanding finish.
Filthy Guys, just filthy.
Man, you said it, GA.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the practice hours that went into that could have gone into something else.
Pass to Holland. Lets it go from the wing. And it's MP with the rebound.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Out to Smith. MP outside. Smith with a screen on Thompson. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Smith, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Now, here's Okoro. There's a screen. Here's Sasser, covered by MP. Shot from the top of the key. Detroit, no good that time either. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. It's Portis atop the key. The drive by MP. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The Bucks second, in fourth, the Pistons.
Both really good defensively last season, and that showed up in those steals numbers.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
Took him no time at all on that one. Cunningham's got 13.
Over time, that pull-up jumper has become a dependable shot for Cunningham, and that's big for his game.
The three from MP. Good on the triple. And coming off his second league MVP award, Greg MP is certainly cementing his place as one of the best to ever do it.
Well, Kevin, you look at the players to win multiple MVPs, every single one in the hall or headed there, and he'll be no exception.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Just a tremendous athlete. Asar Thompson is hard to contain down low.
MP looking it over. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Cunningham. MP finds Giannis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, Giannis knew that pass was coming his way, so he's able to get elevated right on time.
Here's Cunningham. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Here's MP. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. From outside the arc, and another three for Milwaukee.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And it's Poole with the ball for the Bucks. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Portis sets the pick for MP. Down low. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got his second basket of the night.
Well, that's a great two-player set. Portis setting a screen and moving with purpose. Nice work offensively.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Jazz did some very solid work. He dropped 48 points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Allie, we appreciate the update. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
And his competitiveness showing through, that's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, that one might be worth keeping an eye on. It's always a great matchup when those two face off.
Giannis sets a screen for MP. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Now Cunningham. We saw him with 39 points last game out. It's to Sasser. A three-pointer off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And here's MP for three. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. MP's got 51. MP now in his third year in the NBA. And Greg, it didn't take long for him to become one of the elite players.
And Kevin, to win an MVP as young as MP did, that's rare. And to think he has another decade or so at the top of his game has got to be a nightmare for opposing teams.
Out to Turner. Nice ball by Milwaukee. Turner with a screen on Cunningham. Outside Turner. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Thompson outside. Sasser, the bounce pass. Pass to Cunningham. This one for three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his sixth rebound on the night.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Thompson outside. Robinson on the wing. Shoots a three. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got his seventh rebound of the game with that last one. MP inside. It's up against Thompson. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thompson. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Cunningham outside. Thompson outside. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Kelly Oubre. Last season's performance for him. And he also shot his way into the top 5 in percentage from long range. Just a knockdown shooter.
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
To the paint. The kick out to Cunningham. Yes, that goes in. Cunningham's got 21.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
To the inside. Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Wow, Giannis. That is ridiculous.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Pistons. 46 seconds left to play here in the half. Thompson sets the pick for Reeves. Trying to find Thompson to get it to him. And Thompson throws it down.
Playing above the rim. This kid, Asar Thompson, can fly.
MP outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. And now, in his third year as an NBA player, you know, Greg, it feels like MP is just starting to scratch the surface of his skill.
And this is when you start seeing the type of player someone is long-term. I know MP is starting to figure things out, and I'm excited to see what he can accomplish.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Milwaukee on top, opening up a huge gap. They'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. Before getting into the first half recap, let's check in on the injured players around the NBA.
Well, they lose Anthony Edwards, so it's not just the point they'll miss, it's the spark he brings.
And we wish Edwards our best getting back to the floor. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Bucks.
Well, it's been a stampede in transition. They'll run it right down your throat if you let them.
I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to give you a compliment, just like you, Jet, in the blink of an eye.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to this.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Then it's MP. Then there's Oubre. And it's in a shooting guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. MP dishes to Oubre. Back to MP. Got us a screen on Cunningham. MP finds Antetokounmpo.
Maybe the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
Knocks it loose and stolen by MP. And MP now in his 3rd year in the NBA. A lot of expectations. Greg, he's delivered.
And everyone wanted immediate success from MP. Well, 2 years in, and he's delivered on everything that was asked of him.
Cunningham against MP. Cunningham outside. Over MP. Out to Thompson. Launches a 3. The rebound by the Bucks. MP's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's tipped. It's stolen by Cunningham. Wolf passes to Cunningham. Here's Wolf. On the wing, Reeves. Just 5 on the clock. From 15 feet away, Milwaukee with the rebound. MP's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just 1 of their first 4 attempts.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
MP against Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
Turner with a screen on Cunningham. MP dishes to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
I love the attack mindset there from Turner. Playing with energy.
Reeves the pass to Robinson. Cunningham with it. Now defended by MP. Reeves outside. Pass to Cunningham. Goes back up. To the wing right side. Sinks the triple. Wolf got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
And here's MP for 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
Yeah, what a play right there. Got his man tumbling to the floor, and then the balance to knock it down.
My goodness, he certainly got the defender with that move. My ankles are hurting all the way over here.
And again, Cunningham missing.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Now Detroit moving it up. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Detroit shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Giannis sets a screen for MP. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Tipped away and stolen by MP. Oh, look at that! That's just unbelievable.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Reeves outside. Pass to Cunningham. Clock at 6. Poked away. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
Thompson, a screen on MP. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. You look at MP, a terrific rebounder, 5th overall.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Turner with a screen on Cunningham. Justice the pass to Turner. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Cunningham on the wing. Covered by MP. Looking to end the run. And Cunningham with the layup. Cunningham's got 27 points.
Well, this is the story of the night for that defense. They have not been able to contain Cunningham.
Here's Justice.
Oh, wow! What done?
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the 3rd quarter.
Shoots off the step back, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Boy, Austin Reeves is a handful in that mid-range area.
The 3 from MP. Drains the 3-pointer. MP's got 10 points in just the second half.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Cunningham outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Oubre. Cunningham's shot is off. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Here's Justice. And Cunningham with the block.
You can see the length of Cunningham there, and his timing helped out on that block, too. Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. Here's MP. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
An experienced veteran now. Turner has run these pick and rolls countless times, and he understands how to capitalize off it.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Cunningham. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound in this one. The drive by MP. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Pistons making a change here. Sasser's checked in. The Pistons have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the 3rd quarter. Thompson, a screen on Rollins. Inside. And Thompson throws it down.
Whether it's with his passing or scoring, Reeves is a flat-out playmaker.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Over in the corner, Poole. And it's off from 3-point range. For Detroit, they've gone 8 of 16 in the 3rd quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. And MP throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
There's a screen by Robinson. Sasser, the bounce pass. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
MP outside. Poole left side. MP with it. He takes it in. Good, he hits again. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks healthy.
And finished off by Robinson.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Plenty of power behind that move from Portis. He likes hammering it down with as much authority as possible.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And here's MP for three. Nailed from three-point land. MP's got 17 now, just in the second half. To the inside. Here's Patsatsuliu. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
1:46 left to play in the third. Pass to Rollins. Over in the corner, Poole. No good on the three.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Patsatsuliu. He's covered by Murray. Pistons passing it around. Such a wide open look. Sasser's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Outside for Murray. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Murray's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Reeves against Rollins. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. MP outside. Pass to Murray. Back to MP. There's the three. Hits it again. Wow.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Reeves against Rollins. Now Reeves. 5 points in the game. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Reeves has got 8 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's Milwaukee holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Pistons, Holland is out there with Isaac Okoro. Then it's Kate Cunningham. Then there's Marcus Sasser.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
And stolen by MP. Another bucket. Wow!
81 on the night. channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Cunningham's shot is off. Pass to Sears. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Murray's checked in for Smith.
Number 17, Chris Murray.
Here's Sasser, guarded by Poole. Sasser, the bounce pass. Cunningham outside. Hatsatsul, defended by Portis. Shot clock at 3. That savvy little up fake there, fooling the D. Cunningham's got 31 points.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Murray, another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
In the corner, Okoro with it. From outside, off the mark. Bucks have got all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Cunningham against MP. Murray outside. MP outside. The 3 from Poole. Offensive rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Hatsatsul, defended by Portis. Pass to Cunningham. Over MP. Cunningham's shot is off. And it's the Bucks on the break. There's a screen by Murray. MP finds Murray. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham against MP. Cunningham inside. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can't take over a game.
And here's MP for good. Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. Lets it go with a 3. And again for 3.
And he's outclassed his own previous record. A new number for the second most single-game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away and making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simply, as good as you'll ever see from long range. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Pistons.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Cunningham's shot is off. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on an 18-6 run. Cuts off the pass. The shot off that time. Murray with the defensive effort. Pass to MP. Outside Portis. Back to MP. He's looking for Portis and finds him. And here is MP, covered by Okoro. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
Thompson, a screen on Poole. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And for Reeves in that set, he can really pick his poison there and go for his shot or create for a teammate.
MP outside. Smith on the wing. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And here's Cunningham. To the middle. Robinson kicks to Cunningham. Robinson down low. Covered by Smith. Robinson misses. Bucks have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Smith with a screen on Cunningham. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's slammed in by Smith.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Reeves outside. On the wing, Thompson. Bounce pass from Reeves. It's Cunningham with the drive. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And he needs to find other ways to contribute besides shooting. Sometimes you have to learn how to play well when you're not playing well.
Driving to the basket.
Oh, can I get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Reeves outside. Here's Wolf. Reeves with it. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Smith. Floats it up there for Poole.
And what started it all? Terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Well, as a coach, you're always telling your guys to play hard. That's what we need.
Detroit has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Cunningham outside. And teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had 2 guys who shot the ball well from 3 and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the 3. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the 3, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Davion Mitchell comes in for Poole. Thompson outside. Reeves outside. Shot clock at 6. To end the cold streak, it's rebounded by Portis.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Back to MP. Hits it down to Middleton. That one wide left. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Pistons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
The Pistons shooting here about 46% for the game. Reeves outside. Off target with his 3. Milwaukee's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. And MP throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Cunningham passes to Wolf. Back to Cunningham. A minute 50 left to play here in the fourth. MP outside. For three. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Thompson outside. Back to Reeves. The run, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Milwaukee.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
The kick out to Cunningham. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Over to the left wing. MP outside. And Cunningham with the block.
Cunningham has great length for his position, and he uses it right there.
Thompson outside. Pass to Wolf. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.
Two main storylines today. The win your team picked up and the show you put on. Can you talk about that?
Our coaches always stressing getting off to a fast start in game and in season. So we're trying to rack up as many dubs as we can early to put ourselves in the best position to finish strong heading into the playoffs.
Anything to say about your individual performance? Particularly coming against someone competing with you for all-star votes, as you mentioned in the pregame social media video.
My game said all I gotta say.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thank you. And that about wraps it up. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Congratulations, MP. Getting the Larry O'Brien trophy for the second time now. Hard enough to get one Larry O'Brien. You got two? You special, man. You special. Congrats, man.